Hey, it's Pyper. Welcome to the art studio. And I'm so excited to say that today's Wee Wednesday is brought to you by Cricut. I basically grew up with Cricut. My mom has been a scrapbooker since I was an infant. She got the oldest Cricut model. When PyperBlue.com first started, it was actually when I would go thrift really ugly clothes and then make it better. I want to be more in touch with my passion for textiles. I'm going to be upcycling this old hand-me-down. And then the second thing that I've selected is an old pillowcase. If you don't have an old bed sheet, you can actually easily find it at your local thrift store. There are tons of cool vintage prints or tablecloths that you can cut up. As long as you make basically like a triangle, it turns into a really cute headscarf. So let's just begin. I'm pulling up the design space here. There is an entire free library you can browse with. It makes designing so efficient. I'm searching up a bunch of quilt motifs. I love that it's ready to go because you have no idea how time consuming it will be to just draw everything from scratch. The layers are already separated. You can assign, I want this in pink and then I want this in brown. And it also previews how it's supposed to come out. It basically instructs you, load this color first, we're gonna cut it out, and then it's gonna load the next set of colors. I'm using the light grip mat here. I'm going to cut out different flowers, and then now I'm going to lay it any way I want. For my single color design, I'm using white, and this is the smart vinyl. It's wild because it loads straight into the machine. Now the fun part, collaging. I'm using my EasyPress 2 to apply the design. There's a heat guide on the Cricut website, super easy to access. Just go on the website, it's on the top left corner, click it, and then you input what fabric you're working with, which is important because it tells you the temperature and the time setting. So very, very straightforward. I'm holding it down, and normally we don't really cut up the vinyl, but for irregular shapes like this triangle scarf, I don't really want to just limit myself to putting one center design, which is why we're cutting it out and placing it wherever, and it gives it a much more engineered look because it's bordering the scarf and it looks so pretty with all the different colors arranged in a more unpredictable way that would be really hard to layer if we attempted to do this with just a single sheet. My friends and I have a belated white elephant. This is going to be my handmade gift. I hope people fight for it. Okay, but on to the next thing. It's time for the shirt. I'm going to show you a very cool stencil technique that you can use with the regular vinyl. So this is not the iron-on one, it's just the sticky vinyl one, because I feel like this is a very underrated technique that you can do for your cotton blouses. Or it doesn't have to be cotton, it's just anything that's not knit, because we're going to be applying fabric paint on it and you need it to be flat, or else a vinyl can't really stick to a three-dimensional knit. I'm going to edit the sleeves of this and make it a really awesome layering piece. Did you know that you can load your own design into Cricut Design Space? And I created this interesting motif composition. I wanted something simple and joyful. You can apply a warp effect. I feel like that makes things look very cool. I'm intentionally mirroring them so that when they come out, one's gonna be on the left sleeve, the other one's gonna be on the right sleeve, and I think it just looks better if it's kind of symmetrical that way. They have smart vinyl, it just loads right in. I have a bunch of colors though in the regular vinyl, so I'm using the light grip mat here. And I'm choosing a color I don't care about because I'm not keeping the actual vinyl, okay? I'm gonna use gray. Make sure that you use a transfer tape because that's the only way we're gonna get this very intricate design to peel off and apply exactly as it's supposed to, as it looks like right now. It's gonna act as a stencil, and we're gonna sponge fabric paint on it, feather it on the edges. I actually used too much water the first time, so it would bleed and it was stained underneath the vinyl. That created a really cool watercolor effect, but if you want to avoid that, then best not add too much water to dilute it, just enough so that you can, sponge that gradient. I'm gonna peel it off. So satisfying. When you're done, it will reveal this awesome airbrush effect. I feel like it's been very trendy, and you can do it right at home now with the Joy Xtra. Now, to top it off, let's say you are giving this as a gift, for example, my white elephant. Or if you're a small business owner or an artist starting out and you want to vend somewhere and have your marketing, okay, so we're gonna cut out something that I'm finding from the library because there's so much, there's no point in actually designing your own shape. I think I'm gonna go for this cute locket design. So I'm taking this double fold gift tag I'm gonna put in a PB, which is, all my work is just under like PB Shop or Pyper Blue. And then now, so not only does Cricut cut, it also draws. The software will create any font, but it's going to make only like the thin line. So if you put like a bold font, it's not going to color it in. So I think what is actually really beautiful for this case is to use a Cricut marker to draw out calligraphy script, because I think that it matches the theme of a locket really well. In order to attach it into your garment, we have to create a hole. So right now there isn't one for this card. So I'm going to drag on a little circle shape, minimize it to the size that I think will fit my thread, hit the slice, and then now it creates a hole that comes out. Once again, it really guides you the whole step of the way. It says we're gonna draw first. You drop in the marker and it just clicks. It's really fun to actually watch it make such precise marks. So satisfying. And then you pop it out and then you drop the blade back in and then clip it shut. There's no, pushing or pressure needed. And then it cuts it out. And there you go. It is so cute, so darling. This is like only simple paper, but you can imagine using a more high quality cardstock maybe, or even covering it with vinyl so you get like a more glossy effect. Today we've been using the Cricut Joy Xtra, and for these projects, all the materials are listed right here. We used the iron-on vinyl, the regular vinyl. I also tried out the Smart Iron-On, which is the matte-free one, very efficient. I used the light grip matte and the transfer paper, and lastly, a variety of Cricut tools, the EasyPress 2, as well as the dual-sided markers. Everything is also linked below in the description, as well as my project files. So if you want to actually do this, you get started right away, you will be able to access my shared ones with you. Let me know which of the two you're more excited about, or if you were to receive one of these handmade things as a gift from me, which one you would rather have. I'm very curious. I also would be so thrilled to do more Wee Wednesdays in the future, so if you want to see me try out any more art projects, let me know and show your love for me in the comments, because I also have a lot more ideas for Cricut and what I want to do with them, and it would be a dream come true to be able to do that for work and to continue working with Cricut. So if you feel called to, please give me a shout out and let me know that this project was really cool. Thank you so much again to Cricut for sponsoring me and making this Wee Wednesday possible. Until next time, please check out everywhere else to find me. Over here. Yeah. Yeah. Happy New Year, by the way. Let's get artsy in 2026.